Sweatshops began to emerge during and after the First Industrial Revolution. As cities received an influx of immigrants desperate for employment, businesses were able to lower wages while increasing work hours. Despite efforts for stronger labor laws, increased industrialization in the 20th century caused the resurgence of sweatshops in Latin America and Asia. Unfortunately, sweatshops are still a prominent part of the textile industry today. Migrant workers, including children, are forced to work in poor conditions in sweatshops. In addition to being both verbally and physically abused by their employers, they must work long hours and receive extremely low wages. Garment workers have compared sweatshops to modern-day slavery. Many popular brands today are under investigation for their use of sweatshop factories, such as Abercrombie & Fitch, Shein, H&M, Zara, Nike, Lululemon, and Forever 21. Most of these brands use fast fashion, meaning that they mass-produce inexpensive clothing. In order to do this, factory workers in Asia, Central America, and South America must endure unsafe conditions on a daily basis. Since these brands don't directly control the workshops being operated in other countries, they can claim that they are unaware of the unethical practices being used. The deadliest event in the garment industry's history was the collapse of Rana Plaza in 2013. On April 23rd of 2013, it was discovered that this 8-story building in Bangladesh had large structural cracks. Following the warnings to avoid using the building, shops on the lower floors immediately closed. However, the garment factory owners on the upper floors ordered their workers to return to work the next day and threatened their jobs if they refused. On April 24th, the entire building collapsed and 1,134 workers died and approximately 2,000 people were left injured. Early in the workday, the cracks widened and concrete fell into workers who were sewing, buttoning, and fastening clothes. This tragic event could have been avoided, but it demonstrates the impact of the fast fashion industry on the exploitation of factory workers. Although sweatshops are mainly found in third world countries, they still exist to a lesser extent in the United States. Sweatshops mainly exist in major cities, such as Los Angeles and New York. These cities have access to a large number of undocumented immigrants who are in need of money for themselves and their family. In order to cut production costs, these sweatshops pay immigrant workers well below minimum wage and have them work long hours without overtime pay. Forever 21, Ross, and TJ Maxx have been known to heavily use sweatshops located in the United States. The Department of Labor investigated 77 garment factories in Los Angeles who produce clothing for these brands and discovered labor violations at 85% of the factories that were visited. Overall, sweatshops have proven to be a violation of human rights throughout history. Action needs to be taken to hold retailers accountable for their involvement with the use of sweatshops. Employed workers deserve to receive fair pay and work under ideal conditions. Simply having labor laws but not enforcing them to the fullest extent leads to unethical practices globally. Therefore, the lives of workers in sweatshops needs to be improved because sweatshops are oppressive environments that provide a dangerous workplace and conditions that can create and foster health problems.